So on this episode, it's round 2 of the PC versus console debate. I'm the console side.
And I'm the PC side.
So who's going to win? Find out coming up after this. Welcome back, guys. Tom here from the Geeky Drinkers, and we've got a special co-host.
Shelle.
Yeah. So, we're going to be debating things.
Yeah, we are.
Console versus PC.
Yep.
Who's going to win? Comment down below. Let us know. And if you're new to the channel, every episode we make 2 new geek-themed cocktails, and we talk about a treasure chest full of all kinds of geekery. So, stick around, geek out with us, and join in the discussion by shooting a comment down below on what side you are on. Are you a console gamer, like me?
Or
the better kind?
Hey.
Or are you a PC gamer?
Are you part of the PC master race?
Ooh, a little foreshadowing there.
Yeah,
So,
wink.
So we'll find out today. But we're going to get into the drinks first. So, rock, paper, scissors, see who goes first.
As usual. Didn't you win last time?
I think so.
Yeah, I think, didn't you?
So.
I won the time before, and then you won.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
see who it is.
Let's
so
see if you
1,
can
2,
get
3,
me.
shoot.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Shoot.
Ooh.
Okay.
Boom! I went
Shellings.
for the repeat, and he went for the unique. That's what you get. Okay, so my drink is called PC Master Race because PC is the master race.
Lies.
No, it's not. Trust me. I don't lie to you guys. I would never lie to you guys. Okay, so starting off, always, you start off with your ice, baby. I'm not gonna... Okay, we foreshadowed me needing a lot of ice, so I'm going to use a lot. I just like really, really cold drinks.
Which is a good thing, especially because it's getting warm out, guys.
Oh,
It's
jeez, yeah.
coming up to summertime.
Not that I'm complaining. We just went through like 8 months,
8 months of
winter, so...
Welcome to Canada, eh?
I would love for summer to be a nice, long, hot summer. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get some nice tanning days in. How about every day that I'm working, it's raining, and then every day off that I have, it'll be nice. That would be great.
That would be great.
Yeah. Okay. So my first, I'm going to do 2 ounces of vodka, Dixon Silvercreek vodka. Boom. Oh, it's
my favorite.
So lovely. I love it. So, I'm going to...
I love that sound.
I love that sound, too. That's why I tried to get
it
it closer to the mic. I was like, I'll do it over there. Boop.
You should make your drink right there.
Oh, yes.
Show everybody the delicious.
Show them the deliciousness.
You gonna spill?
No. Are you gonna spill? First person to spill loses the debate. No,
It's on.
it doesn't even matter. After. Okay.
Yum.
Yum.
Blah, 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 blah.
Vodka. It's
What
easier
else
to
does
do
that
that with
sound?
rum.
Rum.
And next, I'm going to. That's not a spill.
I was gonna say,
That's not
does that count
technically
as-
spilled. Nothing got spilled. See, look, not even a drop.
Okay.
Not even a drop. That came from my finger button.
Of course.
Okay, next I'm going to do some gin. So,
Stealing my gin.
yeah.
So that's Dixon's Distilled Spirits Wicked Gin.
Wicked.
My favorite.
Stuff is wicked. Ooh, that was a good...
Boom. Boom.
So I'm going to do 1 ounce of that, yeah.
1 ounce, sure.
Una ounce.
1 ounce.
That's not even, I'm like...
That's not Spanish. That's not English.
Un is like 1 in French.
So let's say
and then
French Spanish.
Yeah, it's like
there you go.
kind of a weird French Spanish. So the 1 ounce. Yeah, I was gonna say let's get this.
There you go.
Up in there.
Show it off.
Schwaboomels. So after that, we are gonna want to add. You can have that back if you want. It's a half ounce of triple sec.
Good choice. Triple sec's awesome.
Yeah, but I don't want too much. That's why I'm doing half.
Yeah.
Honestly, well,
you were doing half.
I was gonna do half, but now I'm doing 3/4 of a shot. I'm very heavy-handed on my pouring. That actually happened last time, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
We had to scratch it out and be like, 1 shot, actually.
It's like, what? No,
Never
it's 2
mind,
ounces.
That's 2 ounces. Oh, shiz. Okay. And then We're gonna do some blue curacao because I like to get a nice blue color on this.
Yep. One of my favorite liqueurs.
I do 1 ounce of that just to get some nice deep blue going on in there.
Oh yeah, look at that mix.
I loved that swirly.
So speaking of the last episode that you were on, if you want to check that out, it will be up here in the comment or in the cards. So feel free to check that out. Easy. Did you like shoot it? Smooth.
Technically didn't spill because.
No, don't worry. I can see it.
Excuse me. That is from the friggin' stuff going on the side. Let's see if you don't have any of that at the end.
We'll see. We'll see.
Eye roll.
I might have to just like spill just because.
Oh yeah.
Throw you a mulligan.
So, this is lychee juice.
So good.
It is so delicious. I'm going to
just top it right up, eh?
Not top it
you're
up
not topping it right up.
Ooh, that gave it like a nice cloudiness.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't want it to
like
be
almost like a sky blue almost.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
But I don't want it to be too like strong or sugary or anything like that. So I'm gonna come in and top that off with some Voss Sparkling Water.
That's such a cool container for it too.
Thank you, and it's glass too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
a neat color.
After I'm done with these, I always use them as my regular water bottles.
Just because they're cool.
Yeah, and also I don't like drinking out of plastic water bottles.
Yep.
I don't like it. Okay, so there it is.
There you go.
The PC Master Race.
Nice.
She's beautiful.
Bam.
Got that like little bit of cloudiness from the lychee, but then you can still see through it.
Still like semi-transparent.
It's opaque.
Opaque.
Opaque is the word.
Well.
Alrighty.
Alright, so mine, since this is round 2, if you did want to check out round 1, it will be up here in the cards as well, so feel free to check that out. But since this is round 2, my drink is called Round 2 Fight.
Fight!
And if you notice, all my stuff is going to have the number 2 in it.
Here you go.
Is that dangerous?
Two.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, I'm going to be starting with Dixon's Distilled Spirits Wicked Gin, 2 ounces of that.
Oh, you pulled a me.
Which?
You forgot ice.
I did, but I haven't technically forgot it yet.
Yeah, but
See,
you were gonna.
Good co-host right there, making sure we don't, like, super fail.
Exactly.
Bam. That's how it works. She's got my back, guys. So we got 2 ounces of this.
I was gonna say, you got your nice
deliciousness.
2 ounce shooter there, so you don't have to do what I did and measure two shots out.
2 of them out, absolutely. Yep. So I've got 2 ounces of that. I've got 2 ounces of peach schnapps, because I love peach schnapps.
I got way too drunk on peach schnapps once.
Did it ruin it forever for you?
A little bit. I can't do it just by itself. If it's in something, then usually.
Do you like the smell?
Oh gosh, yeah. The smell is like.
That's like what does it for me. It's like it's such a natural peach flavor or peach smell. And peaches are coming in season. I love peaches. So we got 2 ounces of peach schnapps. You're gonna have 2 splashes of lemon liqueur.
Ooh, that stuff is really sweet, man.
Oh,
it tastes like lemon pez. If you
it smells like lemon pez.
Yeah, it's lemon pez essentially. How I drink it usually is just on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 splashes of that.
Ooh.
I was gonna put 2 ounces in, and then I'm just like, oh,
that would have been
getting a lot of booze in there.
I was gonna say, yeah, that would be a lot.
A lot of booze. And then I've got 2 splashes of Fireball whiskey, because you can't really have a fight without some Fireball.
Yeah, them's those fighting drinks.
Fighting drinks, so that was a little splash. There we go.
I was gonna say, that wasn't even a splash. Come on, get it in there. I was gonna say, you're running out of room for your mixer.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna get white girl wasted.
And I hope not.
This is how you win debates, guys.
Just get me white girl wasted. And then I'm gonna top to the rim with mango juice. See how I added the 2 in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were trying to call out that I didn't top up to the rim.
No.
I'm like, what did I didn't do it.
He's like, no, I was like right there.
Awesome.
So, that is my. Actually, I don't need my bar spoon for this. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
stir it up like that. I can smell that, and it smells.
Yeah, I can smell it from
so
here, too.
good.
Okay.
So, this is my round 2 fight.
And this is PC Master Race.
Yeah. Cheers.
Clink. Ooh. Mine almost ended up tasting like the limoncello.
Really?
It's
That's actually not as that's really, really good. That's got a really interesting flavor. Like a really unique one.
Ooh. Oh, because the Fireball gives it a little bit of that cinnamon twist. But how did that end up tasting like the limoncello?
Yeah, a little bit, eh? Interesting.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that's great.
It's probably the lychee and the triple sec mixed together is what I'm
That could
thinking.
be it. Yep, that definitely could be it. PC versus console. So it's obviously
PC, end of debate. Okay, end of episode.
Get out of here. So obviously it's an ongoing debate. There's gonna be both sides are always gonna have a really good argument. So in the spirit of things, we're not gonna be looking to like slash each other's throats or anything like that.
It's a friendly debate.
Absolutely, and we're gonna be talking as well about like some of our favorite games and basically like what really appeals to us as gamers for each platform.
And the reason why we prefer to game on me, PC, and him. I'm joking.
Wow. Damn.
I throw shade. I'm sorry. The library is open.
Ruthless.
I'm a read you girl.
Well, if you're schooling me and reading me and librarying me, why don't you tell everybody what are kind of some of your favorite things, like what speaks to you as a PC gamer? What keeps you playing PC?
So for me, a lot of the reasons why I stick with PC is because I own one and I'm too poor to buy consoles. No.
Yeah, that's like the opposite thing. If you want to save money, play console games.
Yeah, exactly. That actually primarily one of the reasons why I do console don't console game is because of how expensive they are. Like, consoles are a lot more expensive a lot of the times when, hey, listen,
I'm listening.
You have to update them more than computers.
With software updates or hardware updates?
No, like, I'm talking about, like, every friggin' 3 years or whatever, there's a new one coming out.
Usually
3 or 4.
Usually 4 years is the
But if you are a true, like, console person and you're keeping up to date, it's gonna be a new console's coming out every, like, 2 or 3 years.
If you're getting every single... if you're getting all the platforms...
You're getting everything and you're keeping up to date.
But most console gamers aren't all 3 platforms. At most, you'll have 2. You'll have, like, your primary, and then you'll have, like, kind of your secondary.
Like, I own a Wii, but, I mean, the only reason why we owned one is because we wanted to play Zelda. That's the only reason why we bought it.
It's a good reason.
Yeah, and Splatoon.
That's true, too. Have you played Splatoon 2 at all?
No, I haven't.
It's actually really fun.
It's because we only have Is it on the Wii U?
It's on Wii U, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was only the newest one. But yeah, I think that the reason why I stick with PC is because I own a really good gaming PC, so it's kind of easier for me to just when games come out. But on the flip side, aside from the kind of convenience of already owning a good PC, I like just having the versatility of the controls. You have way more options for controls on a keyboard and mouse, and you have way better precision with your mouse.
I'll absolutely give you the precision. As far as customization for controls, most developers are actually on board for a lot of accessibility options now. Yeah. So for gamers that can't play conventionally, there's a lot of changes that you can make for different different commands and stuff like that, different buttons. Yeah. So they're getting there. They're not perfect. They're not all of them. Yeah. But they're getting there.
But if we were to get the Xbox controller over there, it doesn't have. Well, I mean, oh my god, that's such a poor example because it literally has a keyboard on it. But I was gonna say it doesn't have enough buttons to be a keyboard. It has a keyboard on it.
Owned.
But the buttons on that keyboard are tiny.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you tried to type on that thing, it would be like, no. And that's another thing that brings you into the realm of communication, that you can communicate with your teammates a lot of the time if there's no voice communication, because we all know that voice communication can be pretty toxic at times, so some games just take it out completely. Yeah.
So, which is understandable, and that's a feature that I can respect and understand, for sure. Exactly. Especially if you want to have it, like, all age inclusive, like people from 7 to 70 or
That's what
90.
they do with Splatoon. You can't talk with your teammates.
Yep.
You have like little commands that you can send to them. And,
Like kind of like messages and stuff like that. Yeah.
But you can't actually like talk to your teammates. So it is a little bit like limiting in the way for consoles for communication with teammates. But I don't know. I just really like the keyboard and mouse.
Mm.
I love being able to.
Do you have a gaming mouse or gaming keyboard or anything like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
What do you use, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know the brand of the keyboard that I got.
It's all fancy and shiny. It lights up.
It does actually. I got it off AliExpress though, and
nice.
it's a mechanical keyboard, and
so nice.
Oh, I love mechanical
love
keyboards.
It. Yep.
And I have a Razer mouse and Razer pad for mouse pad, and I'm not like seriously decked out in like hardcore gamer gear or anything. I know some people that have like the headsets and the gamer chair, and I've got gamer like everything, and I'm like, oh my god.
I have like $4 stool that I sit on.
I was literally sitting on a chair that was duct taped together for like 4 months. And anytime you lean back, it would crack, and I'm like, oh, more duct tape, more duct tape.
I'm leaning. I gotta sit up straight.
No,
it
got my posture so good. I was just like, yo, I got this. But yeah, so that is one, I would say, downside to PC gaming is the lack of ability to just kick back. That was probably going to be one of your points, is that you can't...
for sure.
You can't just like...
Yeah, you can't just like lounge into it and be like,
I do know some PC gamers that they'll do stuff like they'll have...
The South Park guy?
Yeah, they'll have a huge couch like this, and there's a huge armrest, and so they'll do their mouse on the armrest, and then they'll just have their keyboard like that. So you can still technically
it all depends on your setup. Like
if you want to rig it up.
Yeah, like if you want to go all in, absolutely. But that's
not convenient.
Well, it's not convenient, and you've got to have you got to put the money in for that. How much? So you have like a pretty decent rig. How much do you think you've put into your PC?
Compooper. My compy. I was actually really, really, really fortunate to have my computer gifted to me.
Ooh.
Yes.
Lucky you.
I was so lucky. So a few years ago, I had a friend that was working at a company that was shutting down.
Oh, damn.
So they cleared out a lot of their computer stuff, and so he is such a super generous person. This is Cloudbreak Cosplay, by the way.
Nice.
He is such a generous person. He got a whole bunch of parts, and he gave me a new computer, and then he upgraded my boyfriend's computer. And
amazing.
He is honest in my hair. I'm so thankful. Like, every time I turn on this PC, I'm like, it's like,
thank you.
Thank you, Corey.
We'll make sure to link the details up in the description down below for sure.
But yeah, I don't know how much it's actually worth, but I would say probably in the plus of $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, like probably around like 12.
So like $1,200.
Yeah, maybe. But if you include my keyboard and all of that kind of
stuff.
Yeah,
so around like $1,200 and stuff like that.
Around $1,200.
Kind of whole setup. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So how long do you think? Like, how long have you had it for?
4 years?
4 years? Okay.
Yeah.
How long do you think you'll get out of it?
Oh, a lot. I'm going to get a lot of years out of this baby.
Like 6 more years?
Oh, yeah, easily.
Really? Wow,
yeah,
okay.
Especially, like, I'm not a heavy user. Like, I primarily use my computer for social media and, like, editing my pictures and that kind of stuff.
Good old side hustles.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll be sure to put all of her information down below, as well as all my side hustle information down below.
I got a Not Safe for Work Etsy store if you wanted to check that out. But when I'm gaming on my console, I don't like up all of the graphics.
Gaming
all the
on your
way.
console?
Oh my god, my PC.
No. Subconsciously, you're telling me how good it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But so I haven't really been hard on it, and I don't crank up my settings.
Yeah, you want to have it for the long haul, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm really nice to my computer, so I don't really stress her out a lot. So she's definitely gonna last me a really long time, which is
good. Yeah. I mean, like, that's ultimately what you want to have. Right?
Yeah, which I find that consoles don't really like. We can tell you this because we worked at Xbox during the 3 red light epidemic.
Apocalypse. Yeah. So that's actually how we met. So
that's how we met.
We both used to work at Xbox customer support. So if you ever had a red ring of death, there's a decent likelihood that you probably talked to one of us.
If they were like English, then it was one of us.
It was probably one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was...
So that's how we met, which was super fun. But yeah, it kind of, I would say, as far as like console like hardware failures go, that's obviously like the elephant in the room for at least the foreseeable future and the foreseeable past. Like there's very few that kind of compare to that.
Yeah. But riddle me this, like if consoles are so hard to make good, how come I had a customer at Xbox that had his original Xbox shot and it still worked?
Well, that's what I
mean. They're getting
like,
older, they're just not made as well anymore. It's almost like they're making them to break so that you have to buy a new one when they come out with the new one.
Yes, to an extent, because unfortunately that's the way that everything is built. Like whether it's like a washing machine, whether it's like a fridge, whether it's a console, whether it's a TV.
The more advanced it is, the more of a chance things are going to mess up.
Yeah, there's going to be more components in it into it. There's lots of different things that can happen. But like that's so I'm a collector. Like as far as like Nintendo consoles go, I've got every single one.
Nice.
Yes, my dream is to have like all of them on display and have like basically just like switches in the back so that all I have to do is like change it from this to this and I can put like that on.
I can totally
that's
picture
my dream.
You doing like a wall like this with glass front, with glass front, and then have this like TV in the middle.
Oh, I've got it like all sketched out on like how it's gonna be. It'd be amazing. But yeah, well,
that's one advantage of consoles, though. You do have the kind of the factor of nostalgia, and that you can collect things, and you have physical things that you can like hold and collect.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I was gonna say. You can do that on PC to an extent.
Like I have old boxes of like my PC games that I used to have when I was a kid, like Diablo 2. I have a box of the game, but you don't get boxes of games anymore for PC.
Well, and especially if you're getting them on like Steam sales and stuff like that.
Like I don't have an Overwatch box.
Yeah, but like for me, like I love having like the physical case. Like I love being able to be like, that's my game right here. I can pick it up. I can lick it. Yeah. Don't lick Nintendo Switch games because they taste awful. Did you know that? Yeah, they actually specifically coded it because the game's like the size of like an SD card.
Why? Is it because people wouldn't eat them?
No,
it's the whole Tide Pod thing.
No. This is like way before that.
Okay, good.
So one of the reasons that they did that is because they didn't want kids like eating it. So it's like the second it comes in contact with your mouth, it's just like super bitter, just like
That's so weird.
Yeah, knew that, didn't do it for like 3 weeks, and then I'm just like, nah, I gotta try. And I'm just like, I immediately regret my decision.
Like the size of a Game Boy cartridge.
Yep,
is
that big.
Yeah. So why did they code those? Because I would put those in my mouth too when I was a kid.
Well, when you're swapping them out, you're just like, where's the next one?
Jeez.
But yeah, I mean, so kind of like talking about like previous consoles and things like that. One thing that I really love that kind of changes that you don't really get from the PC side of things is you get different controllers. You get different controllers for not only different consoles but different generations. So like some generations are pretty much the same. Like if you take a look at like a PS1 controller to a PS4 controller, they're pretty similar. At least aesthetically. Yeah, at least aesthetically. Like, the buttons are generally the same. Only downside is that if you look at all the buttons, whenever I go from like a Nintendo system to like my 360 or like my PS2,
confusing.
You never like
the select button is always different.
No, not even the select button. It's like the X button, like the X, because the X is like the only like universal button, like other than like A and stuff like that, like A and B. But they're always in like one will be here, one will be there, one will be there. It's just like, guys, just... Why? I know you want to be different from each other, but from a cross-platform perspective, it sucks. Because the first, 2 times you're playing a game on a different... Like, if I'm playing my Switch for, 3 weeks, and then I pick up my 360 controller and play some Bayonetta or, Devil May Cry 4 or whatever.
Yeah, your muscle memory is
exactly. Like, it's totally different. Your mind has to, shift, and that can be kind of frustrating, but... I look at controllers like the N64 controller, or even the classic Atari just joystick with the one button. That's iconic.
Yep.
And I love that. You can kind of see it progress through the generations. I really like that. Controllers are one thing that I always really like playing with.
What's your most and least favorite controller?
That I've owned. or just overall?
Just like overall that you've seen.
Overall, probably my least favorite one is Dreamcast one, just because it's so huge. I didn't like the placement on it. I found it very unnatural. It was very, very hard to maneuver. My favorite one is probably GameCube.
Oh.
Love that controller to death.
Interesting.
Probably either like the GameCube one. Probably GameCube. Maybe I would say if I had to pick like a second one, probably 360 controller, just because like they fit so perfectly in my hands.
The ergonomics on that thing is perfect.
Just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. I like
Absolutely.
Xbox controllers the best.
Yeah, they're really, really nice. Not the like the version 1 Xbox.
Oh my god.
Like the giant ones. Do you know they
Here, let me game.
Yeah.
Beep beep.
Pretty much, eh?
It's like the old 90s cell phones.
Yeah.
Hello,
hang on, guys.
Yes. I am getting a call.
Say, Zach Morris,
yes.
Are you there?
You have to down
it's basically the same thing. Is the lid on this?
Yep.
Hello, Shelle. Are you there?
Hello.
Oh,
this is the 90s.
This is the 90s calling. Oh, man. So that's probably my favorite one. But with that being said, as far as like portability, like because I've always had like Game Boys and like.
Oh yeah, consoles. Friggin' PC isn't portable at all. I mean, laptop,
But you're gonna be spending like $3,500 if you're gonna get a good
and then it's not
good gaming laptop.
Portable.
Yeah, and you're not gonna be able to like your upgrades on that are gonna be very limited.
And you have to have it plugged in because then the battery power's not going to last.
Yep.
And you can't do it on a tablet because what tablet has the ability to play any good game?
Yeah, it doesn't have the processing power. It doesn't have the video.
We're not there yet.
Not there yet. But
we might be soon.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Like I mean, technology's definitely advancing. Like one thing that I love, like even just from the portability aspect, Nintendo Switch. Like, that was one of the biggest draws for me, because I'm like, I can literally take this anywhere that I want.
I haven't had the chance to try out a Nintendo Switch at all.
We're going to do that after the episode.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god, it's so good.
We'll try some awesome games out.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like, I also, like, for the most part, I prefer the catalog of console games as opposed to PC games. But with that being said, I'm not a first-person shooter fan by any stretch of things. You definitely are. I'm not as much.
Yeah.
So another thing that I really like about portability options is I didn't have a chance to read the full article, but Sony and Microsoft are actually looking very, very heavily into getting a Switch-like console going forward.
Nintendo again.
Totally. But that's the thing, though. They have to keep up with that because they can't deny the overwhelming success of the Nintendo Switch.
It's ridiculous how Nintendo is always on the forefront of all of these trends, yet they're, like, to our generation, they're really good, but, like, I don't know, are they keeping up with the younger generation over Xbox and PlayStation?
I would, demographically, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know as a parent, like, our house is stacked with Nintendo consoles.
Well, I know you would probably, as a parent, prefer to have Nintendo in your house because if you look at the repertoire of Nintendo games and then you turn and you look at the section of PlayStation and Xbox, you're probably going to see a lot more games that you want your kid to be playing in the Nintendo section.
And that you can play as well. Because, I mean, the catalog that the Switch is getting is growing on a weekly basis.
That was one thing that I found with Nintendo when I was, like, a teenager and stuff like that, is their repertoire of games was not...
Yeah, it definitely, like, it went from, like, really big to, like, very narrow, around...
It was when the Wii came out is when they really started to explode, but it was between... I think it was Game Boy Color and the Wii. There was a really kind of lull in Nintendo, like, content.
Content, yes, but they were still on the forefront of things. Yeah. They were still always saying, like, hey, we have 3D games where you can actually spin around, like Super Mario 64, for example.
Yeah, they were the first.
The first, like, interactive 3D where you could spin them around.
And they were the first to do 3D in their
hand, the 3DS.
Yeah, the 3DS. They were the first to do. They were the first to do the motion tracking.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like
they're on the forefront of everything.
They're innovative. That's what I really, really love and really respect about Nintendo. They're very innovative.
Out of all three of the console companies, I would say I have the highest regard for Nintendo.
Yep.
For sure. They're respectable.
Oh,
it's because they're Japanese. They have honor.
That is very, very true.
They have high honor.
Yep. The downside on consoles though is that the customization options are obviously super limited. Yep. Like,
how many people did we have complaining with their consoles being banned because they modded it?
Yeah, because they would mod it, they would put like faster processors in it, and they would like overclock it, and it's just like, well, that kind of stuff is transmitted, so you're banned.
You're banned, sorry.
But on the PC side, like, it's... As long as your motherboard supports it, it's endless. And even when it doesn't, you can swap out your motherboard.
Oh, yeah. And it gives you so many options of, like, customizing games, too. Like, you can make mods for games. Like, I know a lot of people will be like, the mods in Skyrim where you can have, like, boobs and all that kind of stuff. But on the other hand, like, there is, like, mods for servers. Like,
or even, like, Minecraft servers.
Yes,
and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, my boyfriend actually, he made a mod called Zombie Escape. It was I think from there was an old Counter-Strike mod. I'm pretty sure it was Counter-Strike, but don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
And it was called Zombie Escape, so he made it a version in Minecraft. Basically, there's a map, point A to B. When you start, one person is assigned as the zombie, and everyone else has to make it to point B, where the zombie tries to pick off everyone.
Yep.
And if the people make it to the end, then the survivors win, and if everybody gets turned into a zombie, then the zombies win. Yep.
Nice.
So it's really cool because you can really make different game modes, and it's just so fun. But another downside to that is cheaters. You open yourself up to so much cheaters on PC versus console. Yeah. So, like, I don't know, is cheating a huge issue with your online experience? Do you find?
Not really. And that's because of how kind of the ecosystem is contained within consoles.
Yeah.
But with newer games and stuff like that, like I'm thinking like Rocket League, for example.
Yeah.
They have cross-platform with PC. Not only just between like consoles and stuff like that, but they're bringing PC into the mix as well.
Didn't Fortnite just do that too?
I don't know offhand.
I think Fortnite right now is it's if you're on mobile or PC or anything, you're playing with everyone.
Oh, really? Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is right now. I'm not sure.
See, I'm curious about, just because I'm kind of a nerd like this, I'm curious as to like how the back end handles that, because you have to think, depending on, like, let's say you're on like a Galaxy like S4 and you're playing against somebody that's on like a PS4 Pro. Obviously, there's going to be delays from the time that your actions take place on your phone to when it hits the servers to when a PS4 hits that.
Well, see, that's
you're going to be...
the person on the phone is going to be the one to suffer, because it's whatever happens on the server is what's going to happen. So the person who has better access to the server is going to have better access to what's actually going on real time.
And if you're on Wi-Fi, you're instantly going to be 50% slower than anybody that's on an Ethernet connection, whether you're on a console or a PC. So I'm curious as to like the back end of things like that.
I think Final Fantasy was the first game to do
15?
the cross-platform. They were on everything. They were
PlayStation,
Xbox, and PC.
Which is awesome though, because I mean, like at the end of the day, like if you're a gamer, I don't care if you're like a PS4 Elite or like Super Nintendo or like all about Xbox. It doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, I just want quality games that I can play.
Exactly.
You know, that's
for sure.
That's kind of where I come from. So.
Yeah, it's like if a really good game comes out, they're like the reason why I bought a Wii U was for Splatoon primarily.
A Wii.
Was it it was Wii U.
Oh, you got a Wii U?
Yeah, I have a Wii U.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wii U.
I thought you said a Wii.
No, yeah, I have a Wii U. And so yeah, we bought it primarily for Splatoon so that we can play it. And like, if you know a game is gonna be really good, and it might even be worth it to get a console to play it. So
Breath of the Wild. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so many people have told me that you just get a Switch so you can play Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, easily like the first week that it was released, the amount of sales that Breath of the Wild had was off the chart.
Oh yeah.
Not that I'm surprised, because we'll get to our top 3 games of right now and all time in just a little bit. But so when it comes to like PC gaming, so talking about cross-platform, when it comes to PC gaming compared to console gaming, where do you find the players kind of stack up as far as skill and accuracy and things like that?
In my personal experience for online multiplayer, I find that the skill level is a little bit like higher range for PC players because a lot of the times console gamers are really casual. They're sitting back in a couch.
To a degree, yeah.
They're chilling and all this kind of stuff. But when you're actually sitting up in a chair, you're taking it seriously.
I think you have more of a focus too, because like generally your screen is closer to you. Like you're kind of like. You're invested in it, right?
You're not relaxed. You're like in there. You're up in the action.
You're up in the game.
Yeah, get your head in the game. Wildcats. Sorry, High School Musical.
Awesome.
But yeah, so it's kind of like and I find that PC gamers in general kind of take gaming a little bit more seriously when like not that there's not serious like
console gamers
because friggin' Halo League and all that kind of stuff. But, like, at the same time, if you go to Twitch and you check out the top streamed games right now and what people are watching, it's all PC games.
Do you think that... So, speaking of Twitch, do you think that the reason for that is because it's easier to do streaming on computers than it is on consoles?
It's just as easy to stream from a console as it is from... It's actually...
Is it really?
Easier to stream from a console than it is from a computer.
Really?
In my opinion.
Oh, interesting.
It's not as versatile. Like, you can't do as much things like, have... I don't know if this has been updated.
I'm pretty sure you can have OBS on console streams,
Yeah,
too.
I think you can now.
I'm pretty sure.
So, like, there's no excuse for consoles to not be right up in there with the PC games because you can stream from an Xbox super easy. You can stream from a freaking PlayStation so easy. Did
you hear... So, when we were talking about mobile gaming, did you hear that OBS actually has mobile... Like full-on, like, mobile suite now?
Yeah.
Well, just recently released.
Well, PUBG is on mobile now, too, right?
That's true, yeah.
So, so much stuff is coming on mobile. They see it's such an untapped market. Like, we actually touched on this last time I was here, that Fortnite was the biggest grossing mobile game in the whole store. So PUBG saw that and they started jumping on the bandwagon. Like
Get on it.
I going through my Instagram story and I saw so many of the like super popular sexy cosplayers of Toronto and they're like, come play with me on PUBG. I'm like, oh, I see your game, guys. You're gonna get all the sexy girls to get the guys to reel them in.
Can't really blame them.
Hey,
though.
No, sex sells, man.
Sex does sell.
I am not complaining about that.
You should know that.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say it. We literally just talked about my Etsy store earlier.
Exactly.
But yeah, like it's just really funny. I love seeing just more things coming out, and it's interesting that we're talking about console versus PC, but we're not including phone gaming,
mobile gaming. Well, see, and I think the reason for that is because it's not at the same level yet, because they're definitely advancing.
Yeah.
I think the biggest downfall or the biggest drawback on that is hardware limitations. Yeah. But again, you kind of have that on PC. Yeah. As long as you have like minimum system requirements and minimum software requirements, like, you have to have this version of OS, you have to have at least, this many gigs of RAM, everything like that.
Yeah.
So maybe in future episodes.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it'll be a three-way battle.
Three-way battle.
That would be interesting.
We'll have it a threesome. That'll be great.
And ménage en toi.
So let's
talk about our tops?
Yeah, let's talk about our tops. It'll be good. Sex sells.
Yeah, it does.
Why don't you go first? So we're gonna divide it into we're gonna do your top 3 PC games. Let's start with your right now games.
Right now, like what I'm playing currently.
Right now,
maintenant. Why am I talking so much? Whenever I get drunk, I talk so much French.
It's because you're French.
It's like,
it comes out.
Les poissons, les poissons. I love les poissons. That's actually my favorite Disney villain. If there's ever like a future trivia of Shelle. Favorite Disney
exclusive
villain.
Content right here.
Yeah, exactly. My favorite Disney villain is the chef from Little Mermaid.
There we go.
For sure. Anyway, so my top 3 PC games right now.
Bam.
So, there's 2 games that I play every day. Like, I'll launch my computer and I'll play them every day. Fortnite is one of them.
Okay.
I really love. Right now. I'm just playing through the story mode. I'm not really delving a lot into the battle royale because I want to get like really good at the systems. Of the
Yeah,
games.
you want to get good at the mechanics.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel really like discouraged when I die all the time. It's just like, that's one thing.
It's understandable.
Any type
It's a
of
learning
gaming.
curve.
Yeah, exactly. You just die all the time and you feel really discouraged.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Fortnite's the one game that I log into every day and play. Basically because there's daily rewards, so
yeah, there's definitely more of an incentive,
to log in. And Overnight is the other one that I Overnight is everything I watch every day.
Actually, clearly.
Yes. Maybe I should put less alcohol in my next drink.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So
don't worry, it's just Overnight, you know.
Overwatch every night. And I don't know, I've been doing really bad this season in competitive.
In Overwatch?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I've been doing I actually think I've only won 2 games.
Really?
I'm not even kidding. I'm not even over exaggerating or anything. I think I've only won 2 games this season.
High quality.
Oh, it's so bad. I was getting so mad today. Anyways, but the third, my favorite, I just said, I'm like, oh, I'm getting so mad. My third favorite game of the moment right now is Cuphead.
Is it as hard as I've seen? Is it like?
Yes.
Is it like?
Yes, it is.
Is it like Dark Souls evil
No,
hard?
no.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
God, no! It is not Dark Souls hard. Have you seen the video of if Dark Souls was done in Cuphead style?
I've seen I haven't watched it. I saw it in headlines though.
Good. It's so good. If you don't have a chance to watch it, or if you have a chance,
I'll definitely do that.
definitely watch it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
You too. We'll link it down below.
Yeah, definitely.
But I really love Cuphead. The animation style is killer.
Well, it's like it's definitely like 100% like classic Disney style.
Yeah, well, it's 1930s like Popeyes.
Yeah, true.
Like Felix the Cat.
Yeah.
You know,
one of my favorite cartoons.
Tugboat, friggin'
Mickey Mouse.
Minnie the Mouse.
Minnie the Mouse. Here, have some more.
Yay! Finish the drink, Shelle. But anyway, so it's. And the music is just so freaking I honestly have nothing but good things to say about Cuphead. I actually wrote an article about Cuphead in the upcoming issue of Geek Enthusiast magazine.
So we'll definitely be putting a link down there. I'm actually donating prizes to that because we're having a giveaway for the June issue.
Hey, there you go.
For Dark Link Designs and the Geeky Drinkers, actually, we're going to be putting prize packs together. So if you want to win free stuff, not only from me but from a whole bunch of cool creators, definitely hit the link down below and down in the description, and we'll have all that information in there.
Honestly, Geek Enthusiast magazine is I'm a writer for the magazine, so I'm kind of a little bit biased, but they're amazing.
In a good way.
Yeah. The next issue, the second issue, is going to be coming out really, really soon. So definitely pre-order if you want to, and get you sent out a physical or a digital copy, whatever you want. Check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good time.
It's a non-for-profit magazine. We're in it for the fans. It's for the fans, by the fans.
Which is, yeah, absolutely.
It's great. I love it. But yeah, so...
what about your top 3 all-time favorite games?
All-time favorite games.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's hear it.
So the games that I could play forever and ever and ever and ever...
Forever.
The Diablo series, first of all. I have...
absolutely.
The Diablo series is so close to my heart. I played it through with my boyfriend. I cosplayed freaking Tyrael. I spent 300 plus hours making armor out of thermoplastic.
Yep.
It's
an endeavor.
Oh yeah, I just the storyline and the gameplay and it just and I don't know, everything about it. Blizzard just always does everything so amazing. So,
Top notch.
yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. I'm not surprised that a Blizzard game is top of the line.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was gonna be one Blizzard game at least.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
The second one might surprise you guys a little bit. I'm a little bit lame for liking this, but you like it too.
Yeah,
so.
I do too.
I'm sorry, anybody. But Fable, I love the Fable series.
I love it. Microsoft did such a damn good job on that.
There's
the Kinect Adventures one. We're gonna leave out of that one, even though I'm on the console side.
The Kinect Adventures does not exist.
I'm gonna sweep that under the rug. But yeah, no, the series, especially the first one. The first one, I think one of the biggest draws that I had about that, or towards it is the music.
Yeah.
Like straight up, anytime I hear like when you walk into to the first guild that you get into,
Yep.
goosebumps instantly, no matter what. Even years later,
That's for me with Diablo
I'm just
music.
like, oh yes.
Yeah, I'm like that with Diablo music. I'm
Yep.
like, oh yes. But like I really love Fable just for the dynamic of the storyline.
And every decision you make
Yep.
changes your character.
And I always went ultimate evil. But you knew where I was going with it.
I think everybody does. Like, I know,
It's
like,
so frustrating that you go and you're just like, I'm gonna make this a good run. This is gonna be a good run.
no.
And then
No,
you try to
you-
be good
you-
and you just get frustrated, you accidentally kill someone and then they hate and then like everyone hates you, you're like, I just helped you. It sucks.
I think the worst is like when you're like 90% through and then you're just like,
Fuck it, I'm going evil.
I'm out. I'm out. I need
This shit is impossible.
I'm done. Everyone dies.
Yeah, and everyone is dead. No more pants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was number 2.
That was number 2. Number
two.
3 is Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter either or.
Are they coming out with a third? Do you know?
I don't know actually. I think
I haven't heard anything. So
at this point, I think it would kind of be like a Half-Life 3 kind of a thing. The expectation and the hype is a little bit
too big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that you wouldn't want to see it though, but you would want to see it done well.
Now that I've mentioned Half-Life, I really like the Half-Life series too. Like,
It's okay. My all times I put like technically 5, so I'll give you an extra.
Hey!
I was gonna give them like honorable mention.
Yo, I didn't get no option for honorable mention, so Portal would be another one.
Okay, so
I mean, Valve's got good stuff going on.
Okay.
So the red box was just
phenomenal.
Was for console though.
I don't know.
Did red box come out on PC?
I don't know. We'll find out. We will link it in the description.
There you go. I mean, the games that were on Redbox were on PC, but I think the Redbox itself was
for console,
collection of those games for the Xbox.
Yeah. We'll find out though. Okay, so those are your top 5.
Those were my tops.
So my right now ones, because we'll start with those first.
Yeah.
Definitely Breath of the Wild. Shocker.
Just talking about it.
Shocker, I know. Breath of the Wild, just everything about it is so freaking well done. Like,
I've seen it. The visuals, they're stunning.
Oh my god! Like even, it's every perfect 10 that it's received, completely earned, super justified. So Breath of the Wild for sure. Mario Kart 8 would probably be my next one. So
Sticking
fun.
with Nintendo.
Yeah, because that's the only like current gen console I have. My next like most recent one is the 360.
Oh my god!
Actually, no. It's technically the Wii U, but like for other ones, it's like a 360. I'm probably gonna be getting an Xbox One like in the fall or like in the winter.
But no PlayStation.
See, this is I'm gonna contradict myself in my all times for this. So for Mario Kart 8 is probably my number 2 for right now favorite games, and then Bayonetta 2. Have you played Bayonetta?
No. I played Bayonetta, but not Bayonetta 2.
It's so good. I love it. Nintendo's Platinum Games is developing Bayonetta 3. So excited for. Only on the Switch.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Bayonetta 2's on Nintendo?
Bayonetta 2 is Nintendo exclusive.
Wasn't it on Xbox?
Bayonetta, the original one, was on the Xbox.
Wasn't it exclusive to Xbox?
No? No, I don't... it might have been when it first came out, because I know I bought it on Xbox, but then I also know when Bayonetta 2 came out for the Wii U, I picked that up, and it came with Bayonetta 1.
Oh.
So you can play it on both, so it's kind of changed, but Bayonetta 3 is 100% exclusive Nintendo Switch. So I'm excited for that. My all-time favorites, if we're going series, obviously Legend of Zelda. Like, If you have watched, if you watched 2 seconds of me, you probably know I love Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always decked out in Legend of Zelda stuff. Legend of Zelda, Legend of Zelda,
yeah, I was
Legend
gonna
of
say,
Zelda,
you have tattoos,
Legend of Zelda, like
everything,
everywhere. Favorite game though, outside of Breath of the Wild, is Twilight Princess for sure. And I think probably because it has more of a darker storyline, and I kind of like darker storylines. Second favorite series is Fable.
Yep.
I love
how that's both our second.
I love
Fable.
Yeah, I love as soon as you're like when we have a kind of flow, not really like flow chart, but like points and stuff like that. A
pre-planning thing.
But yeah, when you were writing it out, as soon as you wrote F, I was just like, I bet that's gonna be Fable, and then I was like, yes.
Well, I mean, we did get a lot of time playing Fable at Xbox.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that might be a little bit of a determining factor for that.
But I mean, like, just the music was so well done. I love the fact that every decision you made, every
single one,
impacted whether your character was evil or whether it was good. I loved that fact. And when you were evil, it's really damn hard to go back.
No,
when you're good, it's so damn easy to go evil.
Exactly.
But that's good because I like that kind of challenge.
What did you think of Mass Effect? If you liked the customization of Fable,
I didn't actually finish any of the Mass Effects.
Same.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Let's plays and stuff like that, super cool.
Exactly.
Love the visuals.
I love watching other people go through it, but I found that the universe of Fable was a little bit more interesting than the universe of...
I found they spent more time on each of the characters.
Yeah.
All the NPCs and everything like that, all of them had stories.
Well, in Mass Effect they do as well, in a sense, but I feel that Fable is a little bit more open concept.
Mm-hmm.
Where Mass Effect kind of has more of a A, B, C, D type storyline, and in Fable you kind of have more of a free range.
A, M, R, D, J, Z.
Exactly.
You can go anywhere
you can play for 5 hours and not progress in the storyline at all.
Yeah. Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty, for sure.
Same.
All-time number 3, though, is God of War.
Ooh.
For sure. I love
that series.
I love that series. I haven't had a chance to do anything on the new one because I don't have a PS4. And this is what I was talking about before. I think the big reason why I would probably get an Xbox One over a PS4 is because the majority of my friends that do play are all on Xbox One. Yeah. So when they're like, hey, because Overwatch is another one that I do want to get into. When they're all like, hey, we're jumping on tonight, I'm just like,
I can't. I only have an Xbox 360.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm just like...
Have you seen that one episode of South Park where it was the battle?
Probably not. I haven't seen South Park since season 8.
There was this episode where they were battling between if they should get PlayStations or Xboxes, and it was Black Friday, and oh my god, it's one of the funniest episodes ever.
Did you ever watch Big Bang Theory?
No.
Not a fan?
Not really.
Okay. They had I actually
Big Bang Theory is nerd cultural appropriation.
I'll agree with that. I probably haven't watched it in 3 years.
I heard Mark Hamill married Sheldon and Amy.
I definitely didn't know
episode.
That. So thanks for the spoiler.
The old people that I work with watch Big Bang Theory. And they're like, watch it?
Well, there's one episode where Sheldon basically was trying to decide between Xbox and Xbox One and PlayStation 4, I think. So that just reminded me.
That's so funny.
Anyway.
Anyways,
back to fun things. So yeah, God of War 3 or God of War is probably my number 3. Honorable mentions are Kingdom Hearts. I love that series. Kingdom Hearts 3. I can't wait for enough. I know they've put out the 1.5 and the remix and everything like that.
The 365 days actually, over 5 or whatever
over
it's
2.
Called, over 2.
I got that. Couldn't get into it. I
finished it, but it was so grueling to get through.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just it really just felt like a grind, the whole game. I was just like...
It really was. I didn't have a fun time playing that game.
But Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, oh my god, I love. So excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. And then another honorable mention is obviously Final Fantasy series.
Yeah, see, up playing the Final Fantasy
Yeah.
series, but yeah, it's so funny because I can't say any of my top games that I grew up with because I never had a PC growing up. I had consoles growing up. Because
so
that is very true. The nostalgia factor of like
PCs is like almost non-existent.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about like StarCraft, they go back into the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Warcraft and all that kind of stuff. Like, but you had to like Doom, but you had to be like a really
you had to have like a
gamer to actually be into those.
If you were like 7 and 8, no, not a chance. You were lucky if you could check emails and like.
My boyfriend, but that's just because Jamie's Jamie.
Yeah.
my boyfriend literally has been playing console games since before he could walk. No, he was playing.
Oh, console. Okay.
Yeah, he was playing Nintendo before he could walk. Yeah. And then he went into PC kind of like as computers came out because, his dad always wanted to have...
The latest and greatest.
Yeah, the latest and greatest. So,
of course.
Yep. So my boyfriend is very much into all of those. So that's why I'm a little bit more into some of the old school PC stuff because he's reintroduced me to it. Okay, I played through all of Doom. Like, I played through all of, Like
Duke Nukem?
Yeah. Actually, we did. Yep. Duke Nukem, we played through all of that. We actually downloaded a emulator so we could play through all of GoldenEye.
That's
an advantage to a PC that you could download emulators for anything and you can play any of the old games on your PC.
Yes, but you can also homebrew consoles. There's actually a really cool mod out for Breath of the Wild right now where you can play as Zelda.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
super
really cool.
excited for that. I'm like really contemplating doing that on mine. So we'll see. I normally don't like mod my systems until they're out of warranty.
Yeah.
Because then I'm just like, I got nothing to lose.
Yeah, whatever, I don't care. If it's gonna break, it's gonna break.
What are your thoughts? Let us know. Shoot a comment down below. While you're down there, definitely hit that thumbs up. And if you enjoyed the episode, hit that subscribe button. It's super fun.
Subscribe!
It's right there. And also
down there. Don't click on this one. Click on that one.
Unless you want to, like, click on our boobs. Because they're right there. So...
I make the sexiest face ever.
Exactly. Alright, so with that, stay geeky, guys. Hope you enjoyed the debate, and let us know your thoughts.
Who won? Let us know.
It's me.
It was me.
It's me.
It was me. PC Master Race.
Bye, guys.
Stay geeky.